The inspiration for Diary of a Wimpy Kid came from my own life. You know, I tried to take the DNA of my childhood and put it into book form. So I took all of the funny things that happened to me as a kid and put them into one place. So that's where the idea came from. I envision it as like a 1,300 or 1,400 page book, but I found that that's not practical in the publishing world. And so my publisher recommended we make the book into a series. Yeah, this is really strange. You know, each one of these books represents at least 9 months of my life. And to know that you wrote it, you created it and brought it into existence, it's actually really special. I can never really come up with the jokes when I'm sitting at a desk. So I get them, you know, from the atmosphere, from real life, from watching my kids. And then finally I have to sit down and take all of those jokes and put them into a story. When I write my books, I actually start with the jokes. I try to collect 350 jokes. That's what I need to write a good book. And then I collect them all, and then I start coming up with a plot. So I try to string the jokes together into a narrative. And then I sit down and I start writing the manuscript, which is always a really hard step for me. But when I write on the screen, I actually use the Wimpy Kid font, because when I do, it puts me into the voice of the character and puts me in the mindset of Greg Heffley, which really helps me to be more creative. So right now I'm in a phase where I'm finishing up a book and it's a lot of work. Illustration is a lot of fun, but I usually have to do it on such a big deadline that it takes the fun out of it. So the whole book process actually for me isn't much fun, which is strange considering the books are comedy. This is the computer I use. It's a tablet actually attached to my computer for all the illustrations in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's a giant touchpad, so I can draw directly onto the screen, or if I want to, I can zoom and move things around. So it's a very useful tool, and I only discovered it in the last year and a half. The 9th Diary of a Wimpy Kid book is called The Long Haul, and I'm really excited about this book because it takes the Heffleys out of their home environment and puts them on the road. And it tackles all of the things that can go wrong when you're stuck with your family in a car on a long road trip.